Ladies and gentlemen, how are we doing tonight? If you guys did not notice already, we are in a nice little setup, a nice little different penthouse view tonight for the Swaggy Sports Podcast. We got some OGers in the chat with me tonight, Mr. Taji and Mr. Shane Simpson. How y'all doing tonight, fellas? Talk to me.
It's a pleasure. Pleasure to be here, as always, along two of my extreme colleagues, closest colleagues.
Yeah.
Ready to talk some sports.
You know, I'm feeling great to be here, coming off USC wins, Eagles win, fantasy wins. I'm just winning right now. I'm feeling great.
We're
Honored
feeling
to be here, as
good.
always.
I love that. Absolutely love that. You already know I'm glad to have y'all on tonight. Now, we had ourselves the first week of the 2022 NFL season. Can't say it did disappoint. Did not disappoint whatsoever. Had us some games that we assumed what happened the way they did, rolled out the way they folded. Some games that kind of more so just shocked us in a sense, like, wow, I didn't really expect that team to give that much competition or to pull out with the win. So that's kind of what I want to start it off with first. A game that shocked you and a game that didn't really surprise you. Whichever one of y'all want to go first, talk to me. What a game that shocked you and a game that didn't surprise you. Whoever wants to take first can rock.
I'll go for it. The biggest shocker for me was easily the Bengals-Steelers game. I thought the Bengals were going to blow them out coming off of a Super Bowl. Obviously, I wouldn't say obviously, but arguably the best receiving core in the NFL. They have Joe Mixon, who's a stud too. A solid defense, nothing crazy, but a good defense. And Joe Burrow is a stud, and he came out of that game with, I think it was 4 interceptions and a fumble.
Yeah.
And just very uncharacteristic of Joe Burrow, especially all offseason they talked about improving that line. The line didn't look great at all.
7 sacks, bro. 7.
Yeah, the Steelers' D-line ate them up, and that one was a shocker for me. I expected more out of them. T. Higgins getting hurt doesn't help either with the concussion, but still Jamar Chase is top 5. Not 5.
At least not 5.
Top 3.
Yeah, he's top 3. So that one was a shocker for me. And then this one, I think it was a shocker for a lot of people, but not me. We were talking about this during the fantasy draft when I drafted Trey Lance, and I said, I don't know if Trey Lance is going to be that guy. And I said, you know what? Justin Fields is going to be my guy. And I was saying it all week. I think Justin Fields and even the Chicago Bears are huge underdogs. They talk about how that receiver core isn't as good as it should be, how Mooney can't really be an alpha or number 1. But I think the Bears have potential. Justin Fields was very good at Ohio State. I know Ohio State quarterbacks don't usually pan out in the league, but I like the Bears, and I think it's going to be tough because Green Bay is going to come out with a little bit of motivation this week, but they looked terrible last week. So I wasn't surprised by the Bears. I think the 49ers have a lot to figure out.
I agree with that.
That's it for me.
Yeah, like Shane, I was pretty surprised by the Steelers-Bengals game, but the game that surprised me most, low-key, was the Giants-Titans game. I couldn't believe that. I could see Saquon coming back, and I've been hoping for it, even though as an Eagles fan, you'd love to see it. But I didn't think they would be able to pull it out against King Henry and them over there. Like, they took that game personal, and they came out to ball, and they came out to win. That was impressive by them. And the game I was not surprised by, believe it or not, was the Bills-Rams game. I thought the Bills were going to beat the Rams. The Rams are coming off the Super Bowl hangover. They're a new team. There are a lot of new guys out there. They're not even meshing right. They're already on that Super Bowl high, and the Bills are hungry. Yeah. Josh Allen had the best quarterback performance, one of I've ever seen in the playoffs in those few games, and he lost. He played damn near perfect. He's out for blood. The Bills team is out for blood. I think they're the best team in the league, and I think they're hungry for it. And I'm not surprised that they beat the Rams like that. I didn't think Jalen Ramsey was going to get cooked like that, though. But that's besides the point.
He was tweeting out Bible verses after the game.
Yeah.
They said all this man can do the next morning.
He always does that. In his defense, he always does. Even if they win the Super Bowl, he's still posting that joke.
That's funny. No, I like that, bro. I mean, I would have to second those two as far as the games that surprised me. The New York Tennessee game, I did not expect the Giants to come out with that win, but respect to them, respect to Saquon, starting on that high horse early, toting that rock. Love to see it. Him coming back out of injury. New coach there, so he had to make some gutsy calls to get that dub. So you gotta love that. But to kind of not necessarily contradict, but just I thought the Buffalo Los Angeles games that surprised me more. I thought the Rams were gonna give a better fight than that. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to give a better fight than that. Did I expect Buffalo to win that game? Yes. The Rams did have opportunities to still win that game, but 20. It's very, very. That was an interesting game for me. I like that take. Game that did not surprise me, I would probably have to say Tampa Bay Dallas. That game did not surprise me at all. Before the game started, I was thinking that Tampa would win by at least 2 touchdowns. I felt like Dallas, they got a lot to figure out. Like, regardless, I love CeeDee Lamb. I know he's a dog. Dalton Schultz, he gets a lot of targets. But I knew they had to figure something out losing Amari Cooper. That's a big-time weapon, regardless of how many times.
That's Dak's guy.
Yeah. I knew they had to figure it out.
Yeah, going off what you said too, Swaggy, Brady also is 7-0 after that game against the Cowboys. So
respect to him for that.
Yeah. It's hard to get a bet against the Bucs there. And going off of Taj's point, which is actually crazy because he talked about the Giants and the Bills. Something you wouldn't expect I was reading was that the 2 highest QBRs of the week were Josh Allen and Daniel Jones.
Really? Wow.
I did not know that.
Daniel Jones.
Yeah, Daniel Jones was like one of the most efficient quarterbacks. I saw that.
That's pretty.
Which shocked me.
Okay, Daniel.
I will say this though, that I think the Rams will be fine. I think they're going to turn it around. They'll figure it out. This will snap them back to reality. And Allen Robinson and Stafford have a lot to work on because they're clearly just not on the same page. He's not sitting in the zones. He's not doing anything. And Stafford was trying to do too many no looks and was sailing them. So they'll figure it out, though. I'm not worried about them. They got too many good players. Mm-hmm. The Bills are just a good team that was on a whole different mentality playing that game.
Would you guys say – No, you got to keep going. Talk to me. You got it.
I was going to say, too, I think they really are underplaying Stafford's arm. I was reading about that, and they're saying his arm is pretty much the equivalent of – like a baseball pitcher about to need Tommy John surgery, which is crazy to think about for a quarterback.
That is.
Yeah, that's very, very scary. And he I could be wrong, but he received the contract after last year, right? They gave him a little bit of change. Or was it the year before when they brought him in?
I thought the year they brought him in, they gave him the bag.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I'm pretty sure he got an extension. I'm not sure when.
I should have
good for him if he did.
Started.
Yeah.
Right. No. Yeah. For sure.
He might pull a John Wall.
A Wall move. Would you guys say the Denver Seattle game, was that more a game that shocked you or a game that didn't surprise you?
I would say that game kind of surprised me. I thought it was Broncos country and we were going to ride, but they just didn't work out that way. Like Gino, he was getting gassed up. I mean, he did his job, but he didn't really do nothing crazy. And Russ didn't really play that bad, honestly. But the Seahawks line was blocking like I've never seen them block before. And then everybody was trying to act like the Seahawks hated Russell Wilson. I don't know why. They were showing him love. They were just showing the small clips. Like you look at him in DKs when they literally sit there, he's like, "I love you, boy," and they're having a whole heartfelt moment. They act like that never even happened. Like I think that's crazy.
Facts.
And
that's the media for you.
I didn't think the Broncos would lose that game, no shot. But Jerry Jeudy was nice to see him come back, but drop the big ball. Hate to see that.
Yeah, he did. My two biggest takeaways from that game were. One, I just thought the Broncos, first game for head coach and then Russ in a new system, like their clock management was horrible.
Horrible.
Delay of games all over the place, not using 3 timeouts in the last minute made no sense to me to try to kick a 64-yard field goal.
Going for it on 4th down. Come on.
Yeah, no, I didn't understand that. But my second point, it all comes down to Geno Smith not writing back. He didn't write back. That's why they won.
Didn't write back. Didn't
They
write
wrote
back.
him off.
Yeah, he didn't write back.
Wrote him off, man. Crazy. Nah, shout outs to Gino though. Like that, you gotta love to see it. You love to see it, man.
Mount
like,
up.
That's cheese,
for
man.
a week 1
Mount
opener,
up.
he was ready to rock and roll. I think, yeah, that clock management issue was very, very interesting to see. They definitely have a long way to go, Hackett and Danger Russ, as far as building that connection. But you gotta let Danger Russ make something shake.
The
4th
boy.
and 5, you gotta let him make something. With 3 timeouts, you gotta see what he can do. You got to. There's just no doubt about it. All right, moving on. We're gonna do this next segment. We're gonna call it the Swaggy Play of the Week, where we just talk about. We're gonna screen share a little bit, a little film breakdown. A couple of plays that we saw were tough, interesting, clutch, just out of this world. We're gonna go with the Swaggy Play of the Week. Taji, what do you have for us tonight?
I got
What
you.
is your Swaggy Play of the Week?
Let me get this screen up for you, my boy. I got my Swaggy Play of the Week. I got my boy. I got Devontae Adams. You seeing me? You seeing my screen?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. We got a beautiful route by 1-7. You already know how this goes. Asante Samuel poked the bear, got spun around like a top. Wide open. How do you get this wide open in man coverage? And then he's not done. Excuse me. Need all that. That's my Swaggy Play of the Week right there.
Yeah, that's an early
That's
Sunday
your
night
screen
cheap.
NFL.
Love that. What do you call that route? What do you call that route, Taji? What is that route called?
I call that route unguardable. That's what I call that route. That's unguardable. I don't know what you do there.
Very top tier.
But
Top
2-6
tier.
can't get spun like a top like that. That's disrespectful.
Nah, it's crazy too how much they wrote off Devontae Adams, saying he's not with Rodgers anymore. They don't know if he can do it with Derek Carr. He had like a 50% target rate.
Yeah.
Just went nuts. He had like 10 receptions, a touchdown. I think he had like 141 yards.
Yep. Dog.
Nasty.
Dog. Love to see it. And that game went down to the wire, too. AFC West, man, is going to be insane.
Interesting.
Absolutely insane.
Yeah. Yeah, that Chargers defense is legit. They didn't even have J.C. Jackson back either yet.
Facts.
Yeah. I don't know if the Raiders' defense is going to be good enough, but they got Crosby and Chandler Jones coming off the edge. That's a lot of hope. That's a great equalizer.
That's scary. That is very scary. Shaner, talk to me. What's your Swaggy Play of the Week, brother?
All right, let's do this. Let's click the share button.
That route was ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
And 2-6 was just talking too crazy. Oh, yeah. Love this.
Y'all can see me. This one's for Taj.
Love this.
Here we go.
A little crib talk.
Yeah, after this nice
Great
little
win
ad.
by the Eagles, by the way. Respect to y'all. That was a good win.
Yeah, the Lions, man, they're not going to be a wash this year. That's for sure.
They didn't lay down.
They had a good comeback, but
hey,
the Eagles will dive into the end zone by Bradbury. Their secondary looked good, and y'all know how I feel about Jalen Hurts. I love Jalen Hurts since Alabama, and then obviously at Oklahoma, and the Eagles when they were saying Carson, I don't know if Jalen can do it, but Jalen's that guy. He's arguably the best dual threat in the league right now.
Talk to me.
I'm excited. I'm excited for them. And AJ Brown is a monster too.
He's a man amongst boys.
Amongst boys.
He is Terrell
that's
Owens
what that
in the
looks like.
flesh. He is
Yeah.
Terrell Owens in the flesh.
Talk to me, Pop. Talk
That's
to me,
what
Pop.
he is. He is an animal.
Yeah,
And
my
Bradbury
only
to
thing,
the end zone was so tough.
yeah, my only thing, and this is a question for Taj or either of you, but Taj being an Eagles fan, what's going to happen with Devontae Smith?
What you mean? You worried
He-
about him?
Yeah, I'm worried about him.
Why are you worried about him? I'm not worried about him.
He played, right?
Oh, he played. He
He
just-
didn't have any catches though. Yeah,
I believe I remember seeing him catch one ball. That's it. That's it.
Hey, bro,
I
you
believe
I
they have
gotta
them-
like to see that. I
I
respect
believe
it.
they have them listed as 0.
yeah, they had him
But-
listed at 0.
I swore I seen him catch a ball. I don't know if there was a penalty, whatever. But he just wasn't. He wasn't quite getting the targets. But he was open. He was doing his thing. He just got to get found. We had some interesting play calls, and he was looking for AJ, and we were running the ball a lot. 6 is going to be fine. I'm not worried about him. He almost had 1,000 last year. He was clearly going to be a wide receiver 1. There's no way he takes a step backwards. He's special, and he's going to be special. Next week, I say he'll ball. He'll ball next week.
Yeah, that's not even hate coming from me. That's more of just because you can tell like the Eagles want to be a run heavy, run dominant team. I mean, how many were they using? 3 running backs who scored? They had 4 different rushing touchdowns, right?
Yeah, we had
And then-
Boston Scott, Boobie,
Gainwell,
Gainwell, and
Sanders.
Jalen. But Boobie did most of the heavy lifting. He could have had all 3 touchdowns. Honestly.
Yeah. That's my question though. Is just not even a step back, but just the targets for him because they like throwing to Goddard too. So that's
They do.
my thing is how relevant will he be in this offense? I think teams will game plan a little more for AJ Brown moving forward. Should give him some openings, but
I think he'll develop more, even more as like that safety blanket receiver. That like obviously AJ Brown is that, and you could get it to him anytime. But I think like Hunter Renfrow, when you got to look for that, when you need that route, somebody's going to win 1-on-1. You could look to Devontae Smith and get him that rock. I think he's going to blossom even more into that and make many key plays that way.
I love that. No, I think obviously you want to see him get more touches, but the more weaponry, the better. If it comes down to the point where D. Smith is not really getting them targets, that means someone else is catching the rock, which is all in all a good thing. All in all a good thing. Let me see. Let me show y'all what I'm working with. Now, I like this play just because of the fact that I feel like this guy, obviously, he's the one and only MVP we have. You know, so when you see him make plays on live television, you got to give him his props. A 1-on-1. I got Mitch Trubisky overtime against the Bengals. Let me know when y'all can see my screen.
We got you.
We're 3rd and 1, 34 seconds left in overtime. Possessions going back to back.
What you got for me, Mitch?
Watch this MVP greatness right here. Evades off one, rolls out left. Hey! To get them into field goal position that'll later on get them to win that game. I had to make that my Swaggy play of the week just because that's MVP-esque right there. You know what I'm saying? There's not really many players in the league that can do that right there. So that's why I had to call that the Swaggy play of the week for sure. Now, moving on, we're going to end with something we haven't done in a while, but we always enjoy to end up our little chop up. Week 2 predictions. Now, we're going to go through each game, each matchup for week 2. We're going to give ourselves a little prediction. Since we've only had one game, so there's only but so much that we can get out of them. So we're going to start off with the tomorrow night's game. Thursday Night Football. Absolute great one. AFC West showdown. Rochambeau. Los Angeles Chargers at the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, Shaners. 2 elite quarterbacks. Weaponry on the field. Couple ballers on defense. Who you got coming out of this Thursday night matchup? Chargers or the Chiefs, bro? Talk to
This one's
me.
a tough one. Especially Keenan Allen today. They said They're pretty sure he's not going to play. So I'm gonna stick faithful to Herbo, though. I think the Chargers are going to come out and win. I think Mike Williams is going to have a really good game. I think they're going to use Eckler a lot more. I think he's going to be a lot more involved. And that Carter kid, I didn't know much about him, but in the first game, I think he had like 2 touchdowns.
Steve-O knows about him.
D. Carter. I hated to see him go, bro. He was our kick returner, punt returner. Had a couple touchdowns last year off that, and then our receivers got hurt. Curtis Samuel barely played, so he ended up being our slot. Made some plays for us. I respected his game. I love to see him make some plays like that. Love to see it.
Yeah, one more thing about that, too. Watching that game against the Raiders, because the Chiefs obviously have a very good offense, but the Raiders have a really good offense, too, with Waller, Renfro. They got, obviously, Devontae Adams. But I think just watching Bosa and Khalil Mack, that's a scary defense. And obviously it's Patrick Mahomes, but he's gonna be moving a lot. He's not gonna be sitting in the pocket by any means. So I think it's gonna come down to the wire, honestly. But I'm gonna take the Chargers.
I love it. Taji, talk to me.
I got the Chiefs. Obviously, there's no Keenan Allen for the Chargers. Those random players, I don't have them making these splash plays against the Chiefs, even though they got a lot of new faces of their own. Pat Mahomes threw for 5 touchdowns. He looked like the best quarterback in football. He looked like everything you think out of Pat Mahomes. They made the Cardinals look bad. They embarrassed them. I don't know if anybody had them doing that. 5 touchdowns is impressive. I don't have the Chargers beating them. I think it's going to be one of those historic Thursday night games where they're airing it out all over the field and they're having a great game. But I think Pat comes out on top of this one.
I like that. I think I got to second you, Taji. I do think they're going to split this year, but the Chiefs got the first one to make it more interesting in the back half. But
are they in Arrowhead?
Yes, sir. They are at Kansas City.
Winning.
At Kansas City,
they're winning.
That definitely sways it. Like you said, Patty Pat was going off Sunday. 5 tutters, 30 for 39, 360 yards, most in the league. 22 first downs. He got busy. He got absolutely busy. I think it's crazy to see how obviously the narrative was, can he still get it done without Tyreek, ultimate weapon? You place in Juju, make some catches. Kelsey is still him. You know how that goes. I'm going to have to go with the Chiefs. But I love the Chargers. Is J.C. Jackson? I'm not sure. Is J.C. Jackson good to go tomorrow night? I honestly have no idea.
I'm not sure on that either.
That'll definitely make it more interesting. But
yeah, one player, too, from the Chiefs who surprised me, who was kind of written off, who looked good, was CEH. Clyde Edwards-Helaire looked good. So that's another thing, too, that just adds to the weaponry. It's good. Like Taj said, I think it's going to be one of those historic games. But I like it. Obviously, he's not slept on because it's Herbert, but I really like Herbert's game.
Love it.
Me too, bro. Love it. I like that. Good talk. Okay. One of the early slate games, 1 o'clock in Cleveland. We got the Jetters versus the Browns. Pretty intriguing game here. Quarterback matchup worth watching. Jacoby Brissett and Joe Flacco going at it. Going to be battling at 1 o'clock on CBS.
It's like a retirement home game.
Yeah.
Who you think comes out, Shaners? Who's going to win that game?
I don't think it's going to be very close. I got the Browns. The one thing that impressed me, obviously, Amari Cooper had a tough day, and I think that the Browns receivers in general are going to struggle with Brissett a little bit. Maybe when Watson comes back, things will be different. But the thing about the Browns is Nick Chubb is a monster. And there was talks about trading Kareem Hunt. He didn't want to play, all this stuff, but he looked really good too. So I don't see the Jets stopping that run game.
I like that.
Yeah.
Taji?
I'll keep it short and sweet. I don't have the Jets winning any games with Joe Flacco as their quarterback, so I have them losing. Shout out to him. He's a Birds fan and all. And shout out to Sauce Gardner. He's a baller.
Baller. I'd have to
Strap.
second triple you guys on that one. I got the Browns. You got a two-headed snake. Best two-headed snake in the league, man. And they run that rock well. I got the Browns. Let's not waste no time. Next game, where it's a very intriguing spread. It's Detroit plus 2.5. It's the Washington Commanders at the Detroit Lions. Washington at Detroit. Taji, who you got coming out of this game?
All right, you're not going to like this answer, but after playing the Lions last week, I was actually pretty impressed with them. And we usually play, when Carson Wentz was our quarterback, he is 0-2 against the Lions. When he would play against them as the Birds quarterback, it was always early in the year like this when the Lions were feeling good. And we just couldn't pull it out. We just couldn't beat them. And I think it could be an interesting game. I think it's going to be an interesting game. But I have the Lions pulling it out.
Heard you. Shaners?
Yeah, I'm going to double down on that one. Sorry, Swaggy. I think Captain Commander Carson looked better than I expected in week one, but keep it short and simple. DeAndre Swift is a dog. Amon-Ra St. Brown's a dog. I got the Lions. I think they're due. Especially, I'm bought in on them after watching Hard Knocks. I know how Hard Knocks works.
I'm bought in after we played them. They're going to fight. They're gritty. DeAndre Swift was disgusting. Him and Amon-Ra kept them in the game. They were just balling.
Heard that. I'm going to have to give my biased answer here. Do I think it's going to be easy? No. Because like you said, Taji, they gave y'all a run for y'all money last week. No team to sleep on whatsoever. I don't think that 0-2 against the Lions, I didn't know that. That makes it very intriguing as well. I think it'll be a low-scoring shootout. Somehow, some way, Commanders come out with the win. I was at the game last week in FedEx. It was bumping. Most bumping game I've ever been to in FedEx. Which says a lot. Yeah, I'm being honest. I'm being truthful and honest. That's the thing about Carson's game. It can be all the way up here and it can be all the way down here. So is Sunday going to be the type of week where it's down here in the middle? I don't want to see it. It could happen. So we'll just have to see. I got the Commanders.
He could be throwing dimes to Terry, or he could be throwing back-to-back interceptions. It's just how he goes.
Yeah. Which he literally did last week.
I know.
Which is crazy.
That's how he goes. That's how he does things, though. He'll be perfect, and then you'll just be like, "Bro, what are you doing?"
Yeah.
Fumble.
It'll be an interesting season for the Commanders to say at very least. Hopefully, it keeps my heart sane. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
I've already seen enough. 1-0, bro. 1-0. Moving on. Ooh, we got a nice game right here. This game is always interesting in the regular season. Tampa Bay Bucks at the New Orleans Saints. We got Jameis coming off the big win against the Falcons. We got Tampa Bay TB12 coming off an easy win against the Cowboys. Both 1-0. Shaners, who you got coming out of this game? Now remember, TB12 has yet to beat the Saints in the regular season as a Buccaneer.
Yeah, he's 0-4 against them. I got the Bucks. I like the Bucks. I've been saying it. A lot of people wrote off Julio Jones. He looks really, really good. He had two plays where he reached over 20 miles per hour running. He had that long catch, deep field. Godwin's out, but I think they're just going to – I mean, having Mike Evans and Julio Jones as your two receivers, come on. And Lenny looked like playoff Lenny. Lenny looked good. I know they're worried about the line, but I don't see Brady going 0-5 against the Saints in the regular season.
Heard that. Taji?
Yeah. Look, I'll say anything's possible with Jameis Winston as your quarterback. Anything is possible. There's nothing in the world that can't happen. So he might give a pregame speech that gets the guys fired up.
Yeah.
And they might come out there and he might take it personal against his old team who dropped them. And maybe he'll be in W's at the end of the night. But I got the GOAT giving them the L, and I got the Bucks taking this one.
I like that.
Yeah. Keep in mind too, Jameis has not only a new knee but a new eye as well. So
yes, laser focused, laser vision.
I hear you.
I'm gonna have to go with the Bucks. What's seeming like, I mean, who knows? I think it might be TB12's last ride. I don't think if it is, I don't think he's going out sad. He's not going to go over. He's not going to go over in the new uni. I got the Bucks. The weaponry is better than ever before for TB12. Got options. He's going to be able to get them to rock. I love that Saints defense, though. Adding the Honey Badger, DeMario Davis, and holding it down at LB, Cam Jordan in the trenches. That defense is tough. That defense is tough, which is why they always have a hard game against them. It's a crazy matchup. The matchups are crazy, but I got to go with the Bucks. Let's keep it moving. Carolina Panthers at the New York Giants. Panthers at Giants. Now, Baker, they had a nice little game. They couldn't come out with the dub, no, but he didn't play horrible.
He got sacked a lot.
Yeah, he couldn't. He had to get rid of it a little bit quicker. But I mean, the Panthers, they have the skill weaponry. He does have people to get the ball to. You still have C-Mac rocking, toting the rock. The Giants, they're going to be on cloud 9 for sure with a great week 1 win for them against the Titans. Taji, who you think comes out? Panthers or the Giants?
I got the Panthers taking this one. I just don't have the Giants starting the season 2-0. I don't think they're capable of that. C-Mac's still healthy. He didn't quite have a great game last game, so he'll probably explode against the Giants. And I think Baker will have a solid game. It'll be a different change of pace from having Myles Garrett chasing you around.
Right. For sure.
Yeah, I got the Panthers taking this one.
Shaners.
Yeah, I got the Panthers too. Like Taj touched upon, they're going to use McCaffrey way more. I expect DJ Moore to get way more involved too. Robbie Anderson had a nice game, but I think DJ Moore is their guy, so they're going to use him more. And, I mean, people talked like the Panthers were bad, but Baker put them in a position to win that game. They just lost on a field goal. But I like the Panthers in that one.
Me as well. Panthers. Let's keep it moving. Ooh, I like this right here. New England at Pittsburgh. Patriots versus Steelers. Now, Mac Jones coming off a back issue, right? I think he's going to be good to go. But you never want to see that. Steelers-wise, you lose T.J. Watt for a little while, and it looks like Najee Harris for a little while, which are 2 huge blows, bro. Huge blows to that team. Who do y'all got coming out in this one? Taji. Pats at Steelers. 1 o'clock CBS.
Coming off of a 7-point showing versus the Miami Dolphins and Mac Jones' back spasms or whatever he has going on over there. It makes it, with all the Steelers' injuries, losing 2 of their best offensive player, their best defensive player, their defense still dominated in that game. They were dominant, and I think they can be the same way in this game against a Patriots team that couldn't really put points on the board. So I got the Steelers winning this one and starting 2-0.
Heard you.
I think this is one of the tougher calls of the week. I mean, I think it's very, very 50-50. Obviously, injuries. If the Steelers didn't have the injuries they have, I would say Steelers, no doubt. But same time, it's hard to write off the Patriots just because of who they are. I'm going to have to go Patriots. This is the one that I don't know about, but I mean, Mac Jones had a really bad preseason, not a great first game. I expect him to turn it around. He has weapons. That's not the issue. So yeah, I think they'll figure it out.
I agree. It was tough for me to pick that one.
Mm-hmm.
I like Mac Jones a lot.
Me too.
But the MVP got plenty of wide receivers to air it out too. Still,
Yeah,
that's
big
the thing.
facts. Big facts. I think I got to go with the Patriots on this game. I don't think the Pats start out 0-2. Not the Pats. I don't think so. I think they'll figure it out. You lose your bet. Arguably, aside from Minka, Minka's a dog. But your two of your top three players gone, man. That hurts on both sides of the rock. I think that's going to be a big loss for them, and they're going to have to figure it out. I got the Pats sneaking one. That's going to be
Bill
a very
also did just lose. Bill just
Yeah.
lost to a first-year head coach over there, though. It wasn't. He's playing against Mike Tomlin now. I don't have him starting 0-2 either, but they just came off of being a team that was in the Super Bowl in a big way. So I think I just have them pulling it out. I think the Steelers are rolling a little more than the Pats. They seem to be. I don't know what's going on with the Patriots. We'll see. We'll see this week, I guess.
Yeah, definitely.
One thing I do want to say too, just about that Pats game, is Miami's my sleeper team this year. I think they're very, very good defensively, fastest team in football offensively. My crazy prediction for the year is that Miami wins that division.
Wow.
Very hot. But I've been saying it all summer.
I'm gonna have to write that one down.
You have to keep that one.
Yeah, keep that one on my list. Put it on my tab.
Will do, sir. I like it. I respect it though. Like, as crazy it may sound, if they were to win the division, I wouldn't be surprised. That is a crazy roster right there. I wouldn't be surprised, Taj. You're giving me that look, but I wouldn't be surprised if they did it. Do I think they're going to do it? No. Bills, Mafia, faux show. But dude, the need for speed, man. Speed kills.
I think the Bills beat them twice this year.
Both times? I think they split.
Both of them. They taken both of them.
Both?
Both.
I respect it. Let's keep it moving.
Gonna have to check back.
We will for sure. It's in the book. You ain't gotta worry about that, baby. It's in the book. All right, next game. Another divisional matchup here. Whew. Colts versus Jags. Now, before we give some predictions on this game, you got to look at it. Colts coming off of a tie to the Texans. And then the Jags, they lost to the Commanders last week, who had opportunities to win that game. A lot of drop passes, but who gets their first win of the season here, Shaners? Colts or Jags?
It's got to be the first ballot Hall of Famer, Matt Ryan.
Okay.
That's not my opinion. I do not think he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. I want to make that clear. But, they have Jonathan Taylor, Michael Pittman, too. I like the Jags. I think they're a lot better than last year, but I got the Colts.
Heard you.
All right. This one's a special game for me. We got Doug Peterson, head coach, Jacksonville Jaguars. We got Frank Reich, head coach, Colts.
Wow.
Once was the understudy, now they're playing each other. The Colts just tied with the Texans. Yeah, we heard that correctly. They couldn't beat Jacksonville to get in the playoffs in Jacksonville last year, right?
Nope.
They're playing in Jacksonville this year. They always lose to Jacksonville in Jacksonville. And Doug ain't about to lose to Frank. I got the Jags.
I love it. The classic master versus apprentice matchup. You love to see it. Wow. I got the Jags. I think I got the Jags too. I from what I saw last week, the Jags were literally a couple of plays away from beating us last week. I think they have the players with more time. When Doug Peterson and Trevor T-Law, they get more time together, I think they're going to build a nice little relationship over time. I really think they do. They will. On the Colts side, I just think that they're gonna get a little shocked. I'm not sure if Shaquille Leonard is gonna be rocking and rolling. I think he's still not good to go. But I got the Jags. I like the Jags. I like the Jags.
Like the Jags.
This is a nice next game right here. I love this next game right here. Dolphins at the bank. Ravens. Dolphins at Ravens. I really like that game right there. That's gonna be a nice game. Taji, who you got coming out? Dolphins or the
outside
Fins?
the bank.
Dolphins or the Fins? Dolphins or the Ravens?
About that. We got the Ravens. Come on now.
Okay.
It's Lamar Jackson. That's all I got to say. It's Lamar Jackson. And whether he's playing in Florida, he's going to be at home, or he's in Baltimore, he's going to be at home. And I don't got him losing at home. That's all I got to say. Broward County, baby. Not 5-0.
Shaners, who you got coming out?
As the wise Anthony Sassini once said, I got Fins up. I'm taking the Fins. Like I said, they're my sleeper team. I mean, I don't think Tua is a stud by any means, but the weaponry around him is crazy. And I like that defense a lot. I'm taking the Fins.
I love it. I'm gonna have to go with the Ravens here. At home. Mark Andrews and Lamar didn't really have the connection that I expected them to have week 1. I think that's gonna be much, much better week 2. Action Jackson. With Action Jackson on your team, you're hard to beat. Ravens did lose Fuller for the season, though. They're going to have to find someone to fill in that slot corner void. That's huge for them to fill that. But I got the Ravens coming out, winning by a touchdown. It's going to be a close game. Very close game. Let's keep it moving. Keep it moving. We're entering the 4 o'clock slate games now. 4 o'clocks. We got the Falcons at the Rams. Falcons at Rams. This might be an easy pick right here. Shaners.
Yeah, Rams for me. I was surprised by the Falcons, though. They looked a lot better last week than I expected them to be. I mean, they easily could have won that game against the Saints, but I don't see the defending Super Bowl champions going 0-2. I think they'll figure it out.
Heard you. Taji?
Yeah, I got Rams. I think it's pretty self-explanatory.
Me as well. I got the Rams. Let's keep it moving. Nice little game right here. Might end up making some noise. Seahawks at the 49ers. Seahawks at 49ers. Did the Seahawks go 2-0, Taj?
The Seahawks do not go 2-0. They do not go 2-0. They do have a thing about beating everybody, but I got the 49ers. Trey Lance bounced back. Defense is going to play. They're going to come to play. Gino's not doing that against that defense. I think they're going to be special. They played in the monsoon, so didn't make things as easy, but I got the Niners.
Shaners, what you thinking?
Yeah, I agree with everything Taj said, and I believe George Kittle is back, so I'm going 49ers.
I like that. I got to go with the Niners as well. I would love to say that the Seahawks go 2-0, but I don't see that happening. If it's sunny in Cali, I think Trey Lance lets it fly, runs a little bit, puts on the show that he wants to. Trey area. I got Niners. Moving on.
Names.
Bengals at Cowboys. Bengals at Cowboys. Now, as everyone probably knows that's watching this pod, but if you don't, Dak Prescott, he's going to be out for about 6 to 8 weeks. Surgery on his throwing thumb. I think it's Cooper Rush as of right now for QB1 for them. Yeah. Who gets their first win of the season, Shaners? Bengals or Cowboys?
Bengals. I don't think the Cowboys have a chance. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, the Bengals, I'll never pick a Cowboys to win anyway, but the Bengals. Pretty easy pick there. Easy pick there.
It's easy pick.
And
Cooper
Dak
Rush
should be out by the time they play us for the first time, so that'll be nice.
I believe so for us as well. Hate to see someone get hurt, but you'd love to see it for the benefit of the Commanders' sake.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got Bengals here. Cooper Rush. Moving on. Texans at Broncos. Texans at Broncos. Another matchup where a team will end up with their first win of the season. Do the Broncos, do they ride in Mile High? What's good? Taji?
Broncos country. Let's ride. Come on, they're riding. They're winning this game. They're not tying with the Texans. They're not losing to them. They're going to come out. They're going to play great football, and they're going to win the game. It's not. I don't even think it'll be that close of a game, honestly. I think it's going to be It's going to be dangerous all day. He's going to be airing it out all over the field. Jerry Jeudy gets a touchdown. Cortland Sutton gets a touchdown. Everybody gets a touchdown.
I like it. Shaners?
Yeah, I agree with that. They signed Russ to that huge deal for a reason. Also, like, coming back your first game playing against your old team at their stadium, like, that's not easy. And now he's going to play his first game in Denver. I think they air him out. I was really impressed that Jeudy and was that Jeudy and Sutton's first time playing together? I think someone said.
Wow, I didn't know. I don't know. Yeah,
Sutton did get hurt
very
last
crazy.
year. And then I don't know. I don't know.
Sutton's a dog, man. He's just large and runs clean routes for his size.
Like 6'4".
Yeah, dude, and Jeudy, I forgot how fast he was, man.
And he was moving like he did at Bama, like that.
Yeah, yeah, he looks like Jeudy.
Yeah,
the
that was
ankle
nice.
breaker.
Facts. Big time
Gross.
ankle breaker Hall of Fame badge on him. I got to go with Broncos. Broncos country is going to ride at 4:25 on CBS. There's no doubt about it.
That's right.
Moving on. Another matchup where a team has got to get their first win of the season. Someone's got to get it.
Raiders.
Cards at Raiders. We're in Vegas with it. Luck be a lady tonight. Shaners, who wins that game? You ride with your boy Kyler? Or is it double XP weekend?
I hope not.
I do love Kyler Murray, but no DeAndre Hopkins. I don't think the Cardinals have a chance. They also, I don't know if Rondale Moore is back, but that offense is missing a lot of weapons, and the Raiders aren't going to lose.
I can't believe you went to
it hurts me to say. It hurts me to say.
Can't believe you went against your boy, bro.
I know.
Yeah, the Raiders are going to win this one handily.
I think it's going to be close. Me personally, I think it's
Yeah?
going to be close. I think it's going to be close. Kyler got prove something, man.
Devontae Adams is going to go for like 200 yards.
Yeah. They
Heard you.
the Cardinals just have a lot of injuries.
Buddha's
They
letting
got
that
a lot
rock.
of injuries defensively too.
Buddha's letting that rock, Taji?
Buddha ain't got nothing to do with it. He better hide over the top and make sure he don't catch anything deep. That's about it.
They're probably going to have Byron Murphy on him. I like Byron Murphy, but he's not guarding Devontae. I mean, if Devontae eats, I'm a happy man.
Facts.
Yep, no doubt about it. Sunday Night Football, divisional matchup. Bears at Packers. Bears at Lambeau. Shaners, who you got coming out of this game? 8:20 NBC.
Yeah. Who do you got?
I got the Bears.
Hmm.
I'm all in on Justin Fields. I know Rod. I don't remember the last time Rodgers ever lost to the Bears,
Yeah, I was going to say he owns them.
or if he did. But I want Justin Fields personally to do really well. I got the Bears.
I got the Pack. Go Pack, go. Aaron Rodgers literally said, "I own you. I own you" to the Bears. They just can't beat them. And I don't know that I'm that convinced of the Bears after week one or that low on the Pack after week one to have them losing this game. So I got the Pack.
I got to second that, Taj. Aaron's going to figure it out. Obviously,
Yeah.
you lose D Adams, but he's gonna figure it out against the Bears. He gonna figure it out. He gonna
He
figure it
gonna
out.
figure it out. And the drop first play, first deep ball is like that changes the whole complexion of the game. That would have changed the
No
entire
cap.
game.
No cap.
The Vikings are going to be a good team this year too.
They're gonna be interesting for sure. I mean, I'm interested to see. I think they're gonna be like the Vikings of old when they were competing.
Mm-hmm.
2 Monday nights. Dang.
Why is that? I saw that on the schedule. I was wondering that.
I'm not sure. I'm
Who?
not sure.
We play on Sunday night, baby.
You do?
We supposed to be at least.
I'm seeing.
No, I
mean,
thought there was a Monday 7 and a Monday 8 game.
that's
could
what
be
I'm
wrong.
seeing. Yeah.
Two Monday games. They got us playing on Monday.
I'm seeing Monday, September 19th, Tennessee at Buffalo at 7:15, then Minnesota
Two
at
Monday
Philly,
night games.
8:30. Early too in week 2.
That's weird.
Very, very weird.
I just assume we were on Sunday. Huh?
All
I
right,
thought
let's see what we got. Titans at Buffalo. Easy decision here, or is it gonna be
Easy.
close?
Easy.
Bills
Bills.
Mafia.
Yeah,
Bills.
unless King Henry rushes for 400 yards, I got the Bills.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to second that right there. I got the Bills as well. And for the last game of our week 2, we got the Vikings at the Eagles. We ain't even got to ask Taj who he think gonna win. We don't have to. Shaners, who you got?
Dude, this is a tough one. This is really I don't know. I want to say the Eagles so bad, but I really like this new Vikings offense. They got Kirk Cousins slinging the rock, that doesn't even sound right to say, but the biggest takeaway for me from this game is: are you guys going to have Slay matched up on Jefferson the whole time? Or?
Probably not.
That's what until someone stops Justin Jefferson, I'm in on the Vikings right now. Sorry, Taj.
Go ahead,
Care to
Steve.
defend your case? No, you can defend your case here.
Okay, I can talk to him.
You can defend your case.
It's Vikings week. Last time the Vikings came and played in prime time in Philly, excuse my French, but we kicked their ass. And it wasn't even close. The Vikings can't mess with us, in my opinion. Yeah, they had a nice game. But they didn't really score that many points. Every ball went to Justin Jefferson, who dominated the game. Our D-backs are too good. I have us putting up a much better fight than that. And if that's what they're coming to play with, Kirk Cousins, he's not beating us. I don't have us losing to them. I got Devontae Smith. He's figuring it out. No one's going to say anything. Booby's going crazy. A.J. Brown is going to be A.J. Brown. And Jalen Hurts balls. They're going to get some pressure, but our line was a little sketchy last game. They're going to tap in. They're going to figure it out. And I just don't have the Vikings beating us. I think Justin Jefferson's special. I think he's electric. I think he's all of those things. But he's one man that plays wide receiver on a football field, and his quarterback isn't Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase or Pat Mahomes and somebody. It's Kirk Cousins and Justin Jefferson. And Kirk Cousins coming into Philly? He going to beat us on primetime? Primetime? Kirk Cousins? Nah, I don't got that happening. Jalen Hurts comes and says the rent's not paid yet. Job's not done. We come in, we're going 2-0. It's not even a question.
Heard you.
I wish I was watching that game with you.
The Jalen Reagor return game. Yeah, we're
now
revenge
I'm
game?
doubling down on the Vikings. I'm doubling down
That
on
low
them.
key, that
Jalen
might
Reagor
put us
revenge
on my
game.
take.
You
I
heard
gotta
how
go
he felt.
Eagles, bro. I have the Eagles.
I got
Mind you, though, this is my early prediction. I have Jay Jettas as the NFL MVP of this season. I got it. I'm putting it in. I'm gonna be honest with you on that.
Lock it
He's gonna
in.
turn up.
Yeah.
He's gonna
Write
turn
that
up
one
on
down.
Monday. He's gonna turn up on Monday. But I got the Eagles. Y'all gonna call me crazy for Jay Jettas MVP. But I got
I like that. I don't think that's as hot as my Dolphins take.
No.
We'll write it down.
I got Jay Jettis. But I
He's
got
our
the
main
Eagles
priority.
winning on Monday. That roster's talented. Like you said, Taji, primetime Kirk Cousins. Nah. I've seen it. And on
You
that
lived
note, yeah, I've lived it.
Here you
And
go.
on
If
that
we're
note-
making guarantees. Wait, if we're making guarantees, I got the Birds, Bills, in the Super Bowl. Write that down. Birds, Bills, Super Bowl. They owe us one. They gave every NFC East team one except us, and now it's our turn. That's all. Simple as that. History repeats itself. And that's just how it goes. Never seen
The
such
mic
talented
drops
team in my life.
At the end, we dropping the mic hard. That's a great way to end off the podcast. I appreciate y'all coming through tonight, chopping it up per usual. Everyone make sure to go leave a like and comment on this video. We will soon have these podcasts up on audio, Spotify, and Apple Music coming to you soon. So when you guys are on those rides up to class or up over to your work or whatever it may be, you guys can have Swaggy Sports Podcast in your ear. Make sure you guys go show love on all the socials, Instagram, Twitter. We appreciate y'all for the tap in.